German customs. When Germans meet somebody for the first time, they will be very formal and polite, but they won't be very warm or friendly. It's not until you get to know them that they will begin to open up. This contributes to the stereotype that Germans are very strict and regimented. At work, Germans interact very formally with their co-workers, usually calling them by their title and their last name instead of their first name. Germans like to spend their weekends with their family and friends at home or at the family garden. Because of this, Germans won't be out shopping or in town during the day on weekends, so it's not uncommon to find the town squares almost empty. German traditions. Many German traditions center around holidays, and some of these traditions have spread throughout the world. One of the most popular German traditions is the Bavarian festival of Oktoberfest. The festival begins in the last week of September and runs to the end of the first week of October. At the festival, Germans drink literally millions of gallons of beer, as well as hundreds of thousands of pounds of sausages. They also eat other traditional German foods such as sauerkraut and pretzels. The festival of Oktoberfest has spread throughout the world and is now especially popular in the United States. The Easter Bunny is another widespread tradition that dates back to Germany in the 14th century. One German tradition that is not widespread is to open Christmas presents on the night of Christmas Eve. There is also the traditional folklore figure called Krampus. Krampus is an evil beast that is said to punish mischievous children around Christmas time. Suddenly, getting coal for Christmas doesn't sound so bad. The arts and entertainment of Germany. During the 1930s, Germany had a large film industry. However, all the good actors moved to Hollywood, and the film industry fell apart. The same thing happened again in the 1970s. Germany is more well known for its music, specifically classical music. Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, and Brahms, just to name a few, were all from Germany. More recently, there have been a few famous artists to come out of Germany, most notably the rock group The Scorpions. Religion in Germany. Germany has a lot of religious history. The first printed Bible was printed there, and is also where the Protestant Reformation, led by Martin Luther, took place. At the center of every German village, town, and city, you can find a church, many of which are very old. These churches and cathedrals are complex and extravagant architectural structures. On the inside, they are decorated with hand-painted murals, plenty of gold leaf, and stained glass windows. Despite all this history, more and more Germans do not affiliate themselves with any religion. The official language of Germany is obviously German. Here is a sample of the German language.
Wo willst du hin?
Wo willst du hin?
Kannst du mir den Weg beschreiben?
Kannst du mir den Weg beschreiben?
Es ist sehr weit.
Es ist sehr weit weg.
Muss ich links oder rechts abbiegen?
Muss ich links oder rechts abbiegen?
Geh nach rechts.
Geh nach rechts.
Geh nach links.
Geh nach links.
Geh geradeaus.
Geh geradeaus.
Bitte warte auf mich.
Bitte warte auf mich.
The German economy. Germany is a member of the European Union and therefore uses the euro as its currency. Germany is well known for its technical industries, but especially its auto industry, with brands like BMW, VW, Porsche, and Mercedes. The highly skilled workers in the German labor force allow the science and engineering companies to continue to put out high-quality products. The German government. Germany is a parliamentary democracy, and just like the United States, there are local, state, and federal levels. Any German citizen over the age of 18 is permitted to vote to elect parliament members. When the parliament is elected, the party with the majority elects the chancellor, who is the head of state. Like American citizens, German citizens also enjoy many freedoms, such as the right to own private property, the freedom of expression, and the freedom of assembly. Family structure in Germany. In Germany, the basic family structure is the nuclear family. This consists of two married adults of the opposite sex and their kids. As previously mentioned, Germans spend lots of time with their family, including their extended family, so it is very important to them. German families always have large gatherings on holidays. They are also always there to help out when one family member needs help with a large task, such as moving. The challenges facing German youth today. One of the large challenges that Germany's youth will have to face is their debt. Just like almost every other developed nation, they have a substantial debt. Currently, Germany's debt is approaching $2.2 trillion. This might not sound like much compared to the United States' $18 trillion in debt, but this is just under 80% of Germany's GDP. Broken down, this means that every German citizen would have to pay $27,000 to pay off the debt. If left unchecked, the debt will cripple the German economy. Another major problem facing the youth in Germany is the lower standard of living in Eastern Germany. Despite being reunified for a quarter of a century, the legacy of communism continues to plague Eastern Germany. In the East, there is much higher unemployment and income levels are much lower. The GDP of Eastern Germany is 84% that of Western Germany. Many people living in the East are moving west to look for better opportunities in its more thriving economy. With more people moving west, there's less people to work in the East, which keeps the Eastern economy from improving. Yet another major problem in Germany is the growing lack of skilled workers. It is a continuing trend that there is not enough skilled workers in Germany to fill job openings. This is causing labor costs to increase. Many workers don't have the necessary skills to work in the technical industries, and those that do are recruited right out of the university by companies. To fill this labor gap, companies are looking abroad and hiring workers from other nations, especially those that are outside of the European Union. Despite the many new foreign workers, they will not be enough to fill the gap in the future. This generation has to focus on getting a good education and job training so that they may fill these positions and Germany's economy may continue to thrive.
Kennst du die Perle Tirols, das Städtchen Kufstein, das kennst du wohl, umrahmt von Bergen, so Viech und Stil. Ja, das ist Kufstein, die Stadt am grünen Inn. Ja, das ist Kufstein am grünen